Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Sweet Girl. It's a movie starring Jason Momoa and other people. Anyway, as always, I'm going to do the good, the bad, and the furry. So, to start off with furry, there isn't any. Moving along. This movie is Jason Momoa. It's a Netflix movie, and he stars as a dad whose wife is dying, and they pull the experimental drug from the market, and so he is like vowed that the person who is responsible for pulling the drug from the market is going to go down in flames, and then he kind of gets sucked into a larger conspiracy because if you think about why a drug manufacturer would take a drug off the market, there's probably a lot of big hands and big money in play, and he ends up sort of getting somehow involved in that a little bit. So, I would say that this movie, it's pretty good. It's not a huge budget action thriller, but they definitely paid for Jason Momoa, and Jason Momoa is always a win, and he brings it as he always does. And it's not super duper full of action, but I would say it's a decent amount of action. I liked the amount, and I thought that the fight scenes and whatever chase scenes, that sort of thing, I thought they were well choreographed. He also has a daughter. She was fine in it. I don't remember seeing her in anything else. And the other supporting characters, again, like I don't think I've seen any of them in anything that I can recall, but they all did a pretty good job. No complaints, really. I thought that the music was fine, wasn't terribly memorable. I would say that for the most part, things were believable. I will say that there was initially a couple things where I was like, is that really what would happen? Like, really? But as time went on, I think that overall, it played well within the universe that they had created, and I found pretty much everything believable. And it wasn't super unpredictable, but it wasn't super predictable. I thought that they had a good amount of just how the plot was going. I wasn't able to predict like 5 minutes in exactly what would happen. Everything throughout, no, towards the end, and I appreciated that this movie wasn't just exactly by the numbers of an action movie, which some of the other ones of this, like, I'm gonna call it budget, were. Like, again, it didn't feel like it was under budget, but it's not a world spanning international thrill ride type thing. It's a much more localized one about a guy who's angry at people for what he feels getting is to blame for his wife getting killed. And yeah, so again, and really that's the main part. I think that if you like Jason Momoa and decent action movies, that you will like this one. Like, if you like The Equalizer, not just for the fact that Denzel Washington never used an actual gun, almost, in that movie, but you appreciated the fight choreography and the down home nature of it, but still have an excellent main character and some decent supporting characters. Yes, there was more like well-known, better actors type of thing for The Equalizer, but in this one, the actors were fine. They just weren't well known, other than obviously Jason Momoa. So I enjoyed this movie. I think you will likely enjoy this movie. And again, it wasn't too predictable and rote and by the numbers. It was an enjoyable time. I don't know that I will remember it long term because I just don't think it'll stick in my memory. But it was a fun time. You could probably have it on in the background, listening to whenever Jason Momoa talks or whenever there's an action scene. I think it's worth a watch through the first time, and then just have it on the background if you want to. I think you're gonna have a good time. So thumbs up. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.